It's a sub-assembly at the moment. There's going to be chimneys and other bits and pieces later on. I'm just painting this a little bit today. Apparently it's getting started on this a little bit today. And I will slowly add stuff as we go along through the paint. Through projects. This is definitely going to be a multi-stream thing because there's a huge amount of detail. But I'm just going to get started on this now. I already have a kind of good idea of what it's going to look like. Excuse me. Indie Mango, welcome in. I also apparently have a little bit of a cold today. Or a little bit of early hay fever. Sorry, I apologise. This can just get painted over, it just flies. But yeah, welcome in, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I think I forgot to do so quickly. Just gonna turn it on. Okay. Just had to turn the thing off. The captions are broken at the minute. But they were still trying to like generate and it was causing issues on my preview. So I've just turned those off. So no captions, sadly. I need to find a new provider this weekend. But I will do that as quickly as I can. Because it's all well and good having closed captions, but if they don't work properly, it's kind of pointless having them enabled, you know? This is just layer 1, so I'm not worrying too much about neatness or anything like that. I'm looking for making sure it's covered. I'm trying to stay away from any areas where I'll need to glue because I don't want to difficult to glue on the next parts, because that'll make the final model kind of fragile. I'm also trying to paint a model here, so I gotta make sure that all the areas that need to be covered are covered. We're back on the relaxed movement for music this week. It's the same mix as before, actually. What is it called? Oh, it's just the July edition Wi-Fi jazz. I don't want it too loud, which is why I turned it down a little bit, because the volume on this tends to jump around a little bit. But yeah, it's finally the weekend. Finally the weekend, which means lots of good stuff. All the relaxation, all of the rest and reset. And next week is going to be charity stream week. So there's a couple of there's going to be an extra stream on Monday. I'm not sure what sort of time, but extra stream, a new game is going to be on the channel as well. One that I've never played before, but it's been out for a while, so some people might be familiar with it. One that I'm excited to play. Yeah, I got some stuff as well for milestones and goals. If we hit the goal, I'll do this game that I'm gonna do for everyone. I was gonna start the new YouTube content this week, but I think I might leave that till next week, just so that I'm not overloading my schedule. But releases on YouTube should be kind of back up to usual. I know schedule's been a little bit all over the place, but yeah, all the good things. Still going to be carrying on with the daytime streams on Tuesday, because that really helps me personally. And I think it's nice for folks who maybe my evening streams aren't at the best time. Anyone who can't make my evening streams easily, the daytime streams are pretty cool. What else is going on this week? Yeah, it's all going to be about charity. So it's Earth Week this week, Earth Day. The charity streams are going to be all in aid of WWF as usual. I set the goal super low because I know we just did a charity stream not long ago. But I was invited to join him again, and you know, it'd be rude not to. So yeah. Excited. It'll be fun. Go to so this one's mainly going to be all about base coat. This one's a lot of kind of getting the base colors right. And the smaller details are actually not too complex, they're just small. Maybe not a very technically advanced piece, but it's all about getting the look and the feel of the piece right kind of project. Which is fun, because the last one was very technically challenging. This one's very thematic. I think we're getting to almost base coated. Maybe. Just gonna do some bits underneath. I guess that sort of little detail, like the one I just did, where you go right in. It's not one of the ones that that are gonna stand out to you unless you're looking for it. But it's one of the ones that you notice subconsciously in everything. So painting minis, it's important to look at those. Look at every corner. And look at it all, and so going, that's not going to be easy. Nothing else. Excuse me. Nothing else. You're going to see it at some point. That model's going to sit on your desk, and you're going to notice that little corner that you missed, and it will bug you till you fix it. think it's okay to start on the girders while that dries. So this is going to look very clean for something that's Nurgle themed. It will get dirtied up and corroded and things like that, but I've got to paint it cleanly first. Which is why I'm going into this at the moment. Which is cool because, you know, as you're painting and as you go along, you kind of see almost the lifetime of what this would be. You see it go from clean and new looking to corrupted, corroded, infected mess. It's just all the trim that's getting messed up. Some of the decorative work. Again, I'm not worrying too much if I overspill at the stage. Less floaty brush. Let's try this one. Much better. I hope everyone's got a fun weekend ahead of them. Or, you know, at least a nice relaxing Sunday ahead of them. I appreciate it's the end of the weekend for some people. For me, it's the start of my weekend. This is my Saturday morning. Which, you know, it's a pretty good way to start a Saturday, I'll be honest. Yeah, got a nice chill day ahead. Mainly cooking again. Doing some prep work for the charity streams, job applications, that kind of thing. Goodness.
Battleship_Colorado45 just resubscribed for 35 months. What the freaking heck is this? 35 months of following this amazing, kind, awesome, cool, good bean, hecking amazing painter of minis, and queen of the heretic pandas. Hell freaking yes, you know it, glad to be here.
Hey BC, welcome in. Thank you so much for 35 months. 3 years, that's a long time. Thank you so much for the resub, I really appreciate it. How are you? I hope you're well. You got that fun? It's all good, BC. It's good to mix it up occasionally. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm at the beginning of my weekend, so I can't complain. How's about yourself, BC? Hope you've been having a relaxing weekend. I hope everyone's got something to look forward to next week. Is that a flat heretic in me? Are you flattening the heretic emote? Oh, little panda. Got good news at the start of the week? Nice. I'm happy to hear that, VC. That's awesome. You're welcome to share your good news here if you want to. We always love celebrating good news with people. Heretic pancake. Pancakes are pretty great. That's another food I need to learn how to make. I'm not very good at making pancakes yet. They're fun to practice. Even badly cooked pancakes taste good. So you know they're a great food. Damn it, no worries. I appreciate it, BC. I'm in the full looking for jobs mode at the moment. That's what's taking up a lot of my free time. As I'm sure anyone who's ever had to look for a job knows, that's a full-time job in its own right. I want something that is a little more worthwhile. My current role is. And you know, actually pays the bills. So I've seen a ton of really great like volunteer type jobs, which is awesome if you are able to pay the bills another way. But yeah, I don't really have the luxury of being able to give up my time for free. At least not for 30 odd hours a week. New 14 player I'm meant to be playing with thought the PS had overheated. Oh. You kick the power cord out. Well, at least they know it's not broken, you know. That's a positive. Let's face it, we've all done something similar at some point. We've all thought something's broken when really we just didn't plug it in or turn the wall socket on or kicked the power cable straight back out again. Give me a second to sort out this music. I get why it's suddenly jumped up so much. Okay, I think that's what I can't tell. BC, I checked that message. I completely get why you didn't want to say that in chat, but I'm happy for you. I'm glad that's a weight off your shoulders. Alright. I think that's layer number 1 done. Hard to tell sometimes, especially when you're painting dark colours over black. You don't get that very obvious, like, you know, if you're painting bright pink over a white background, you kind of tell when there's something missing, but hard to tell when it's dark colours on a dark background. Anytime, BC. Anytime. Oh boy. Right. Let's get this. So this is going to look kind of weird for a while. because the colors for this kind of look weird when they're not fully weathered down. And it's just not going to quite look right. This is going to be a lesson in trusting the process of what you're painting. Because sometimes it's not going to look right till it's finished. And that's okay. Anyone have anything they're looking forward to this week? For me, it's the streams that I'm doing. I'm looking forward to the different streams that I've got planned. And then, not next week, but the week after, I've got an extra day off, which is always great. Who doesn't love an extra day off to do nothing? But I feel like I'm finally starting to get my creative mind back. Yeah, my push to do, my drive to do content, and my drive to just do things again. I'm sure a lot of you all have noticed that I've just not really had a lot of drive. I've been very much dealing with a lot of things. I'm finally starting to feel a bit more like myself. So it feels good. It feels good to want to do the things that I love again. I'm just excited to be doing more of this sort of stuff. More streams, more painting, trying new things. I hope everyone's got something to look forward to. Could be something little. Could be something big. Could just be the fact that, you know, you're gonna have new sheets on the bed. I don't know. I'm not here to judge whatever you look forward to, I'm just here to enjoy it with you. Again, this is gonna look weird. It's a process. Normally, I would say light colored metals with a light colored sort of base background is not the way to go. But a lot of this stuff is going to look very different once I'm finished. So it's trust the process. Trust the process situation. I have to keep saying that to remind myself as much as anything else. I think pretty much all of today is just going to be sketching out these colours. Because I've got the official art here. It's not going to look quite the same as the official art. It's going to be a variation on. Type situation. Which, you know, it's... Honestly, I think that's the most interesting way to paint it. Just to paint anything. The official art is more like guidelines. And actual rules, right? To quote the immortal Captain Barbosa. Again, just moving across. Seeing all these little different sections. So I can kind of keep going quiet, trying to make sure I don't mess this bit up too badly. Also, things like the inside of ribbons and edges like this. One of those places that you never think to look, but they make such a big difference if you make sure they're properly done. Slightly more challenging here. Just because it's kind of got a ragged edge where it's burst through the side of this pod, I guess you call it. Just got to be a little bit more careful about where I'm putting the edge between the pod and the metal. Again, it looks weird now because this is only the first step. We'll get there. We're gonna have a couple of weeks with this guy, at least. So we'll definitely get to know the process over that time. Okay, come on, behave yourself. I'm not done with you yet. Not by a long shot. I'm gonna put that in this colour for now. I might change that a bit later on. Okay. Check out the hand cramp. Take a quick hand stretch and hydrate break. So yeah, this is only, say, about a third of the model. There's sort of big chimneys that come up from here. There's a section out this way. There's also another separate little chimney pod thing to do. So we've got quite a few different sections on this. Obviously, I'm only focusing on this one today. Stretch and hydrate? Yeah, make sure everyone is stretching and hydrating. Make sure everyone is taking care of themselves. But yeah, this is a cool piece. It's very different to what I've painted in the past. I've painted scenery before, but it's very different to what I've painted so far this year. And it's kind of why I wanted to go with it. I wanted a bit of a change of pace. It's a lot less focused on details and technical stuff. A lot more about sort of, I guess, layers and building up a theme and a vibe to a piece more than anything else. Which is nice. And because the base is also very textured, very detailed, I'm not going to be doing all of it at once today. Mainly because there's also parts that still need to be attached. But I'm going to do some of it. I like the fact that it kind of, the whole thing gives off the vibe of an open sewer almost. This thing is sprouting out of. An open manhole cover type thing. I know, it's cool. Messes with your perspective of the size of this. When you first get the model, you're kind of like, oh yeah, this is kind of like a big building type situation. Then you look a little more closely and the details, so like the outside of the base looking like a manhole cover or like a sewer cover that's blown off kind of thing. You're like, is it really? Is it really as big as it first reads? The honest answer is, I don't know. I don't know what the actual scale of these is meant to be. And I'm kind of fine with that. Cool not having all the answers, you know. Gives you something to learn. Main bit. Just move this across. smaller brush because details. So I'm not trying to paint the flies here. I'm trying to sort of paint around them. They're eventually going to be put in a different colour. Trying to build up layers on this pipe, and for some reason it just doesn't want to take the paint. You sat there basically going, no, you will have the paint and you will keep it on your brush. We'll have nothing to do with it, thank you very much. I'm just going to leave that section for a little bit. Don't know what's up with that, but we'll work it out. I'll come back to it. So here I'm just tidying up that base layer that we start with. Just getting my lines right, making sure that any patchiness is dealt with. All that good stuff. And I apologise for going quiet. Apparently today is just a quiet day for me. All I'm doing is just appreciating the music, but also just doing what I was saying. Filling in these areas where the base layer is not quite right. Fixing any points where it's kind of patchy or where I've overspilled other colours onto it or anything like that. So once again we are getting into all those corners. sort of working in sort of smaller spaces. And when I first started doing these, this was the kind of work that I would do off stream. So I'm still kind of learning to talk while I do this. But you kind of want to follow the contours of the edges a bit. So where whatever part you're working on, where that color kind of comes up against other colors, that's where you want to be focusing a lot of your attention. You want to look at highly textured areas and things like that, because that's where you'll find your patchiness or overspill, things like that. And just having a clean boundary between, you know, one color and the next, assuming of course you're not trying to do a gradient, but just creating those clean boundaries does absolute wonders for the overall look of your piece. Hey. Oh, lots of lovely people all at once. Win, Magic, Bess, welcome in everyone. What am I painting? I am painting a Miasmic Malignifier, which is like a bit of scenery kind of thing. I appreciate you stepping in though, right before bed. I hope you're well as well. We need to catch up. We should play some games soon. Win, Magic, I hope you're both well as well. It's good to see you both. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Yeah, we're just chilling. This is a new thing that I started this weekend. And yeah, it's just a bit of gross scenery, basically. It's in the very early stages, so it's just kind of still finding its theme. I just got home from work. Nice. You're playing a game that I might like. What game was that, Magic? Always keen to hear game recommendations. I'm glad you're home from work though. It's always a nice feeling when you're done with work for the week. Hotel renovator. I've not heard about that one. I'm guessing it's kind of like House Flipper and all that kind of stuff. Because you'd be right, that's definitely something I would play. The kind of games you can just relax into, and you know, the gameplay itself isn't stressful. It's like House of It. Awesome. What is down for a game like that? Is it on Steam? It's on Steam. I'll have to take a look at that after stream. Add it to the list of games to play. I have so many at the moment. My need to play list is growing quite literally by the day. Yeah, I always end up playing the same old, like, 3 games when I've got free time. Brains are silly like that. Steadily making progress on this base code. List of games with the list of models on the side. Yes. One of the things I'm doing this weekend is actually going through my model collection. Well, my collection of one specific kind of models. And sorting out which ones I'm keeping and which ones I am selling, binning, exchanging with friends. Otherwise getting rid of. Because basically I've got too many. I have too many Warhammer models and not enough space for all of them. So I'm trying to make space. I've got 2 large cases. If anyone has ever seen a Warhammer case, you know these things are not small. And for those who have not seen them, they will carry up to 200 models. I have 2 of them, full to the brim, plus like 3 shoeboxes worth of models that just don't fit in any boxes. Is of the like size or shape or whatever. All of one kind of model. From one faction. Which is more than any sensible person ever needs to have in their collection. Especially when they don't actually play the game anymore. So I need to downsize. More band-aids, no finger. That was me trying to chop fruit when I'm not fully awake yet. This is why you pre-prep your ingredients before you try and make stuff early in the morning. I'm fine, by the way. It's just mainly covered up so I don't get paint in there or get a slap on the wrist from Twitch for having an injury on stream. I don't want to end up like that poor sod who got banned because they stubbed their toe on Twitch while they were live. And Twitch deemed it self-harm. Need more space. Yes, unfortunately, to make more space, I would need to buy a new flat. BC. My flat has reached its capacity. It's ridiculous. It is. It is. This happened a couple of years ago, and I don't know what happened to the individual after they appealed it. I don't know if, you know, Twitch was like, oh, yeah, that was dumb, or what, but yeah, there was a streamer a few years ago who got banned on Twitch for stubbing their toe, and it got reported, and they had to go through the ban process for self-harm, apparently. Which I suppose in the very literal sense it is, because they harmed themselves. But I don't think that's how the rule was meant to be applied. Yeah, I'm pretty sure an accidental stubbing of your foot is not in violation of the promotion of self-harm rule. Either way, I'd rather be cautious than not. Download more space. I'd love to. I'd love to, BC. But if nothing else, it kind of feels wasteful having all these models just sat in a box. So I want to kind of at least downsize by half. So I'm effectively getting rid of a full army and still keeping a full army. Like I said, I have a ridiculous number of models for this particular army. And it's silly when I don't even play the game anymore. Yeah, for someone who paints at least once a week, I haven't touched the actual tabletop game for about 2-3 years. I'd rather see these models go to someone who will use them and put them to work. Yeah, I'm going to be selling them for, well, giving them away, basically. Giving them away for postage, basically. So I'm hoping some aspiring hobbyist gets them and enjoys them. Chocolate fudge sauce pancakes. Hell yeah, Indy. Those sound amazing. The strawberries. Chocolate fudge sauce and strawberries is one of my favourite food combinations. You put that on anything, whether it's like pancakes or ice cream, cookie dough, just on its own. I'm sold. Oh boy. I really hope it's not $200 magic. $200 is a lot of money. But yeah, this is all part of the stuff I've been talking about recently, of getting rid of stuff I don't need or use anymore in favor of being able to make more use of the stuff that I have. Because I've got 10 years worth of junk in general, and I want to get rid of the non-used stuff, so the stuff that I don't need or want, so I can actually appreciate the stuff that I do need and want. And, you know, hopefully get more of the stuff that I want, rather than turning it down because I want no space. It's very therapeutic, actually. I didn't realize quite how good it would feel to get rid of things that I don't need or want anymore. But it actually feels really good. I think mainly because then obviously you rearrange your shelves, or, you know, you rearrange all your storage solution, and suddenly you see so many of your favorite things in one place, rather than having that diluted by stuff that you're kind of like, whatever about. Suddenly it's just a full shelf of things that you really love. That feels pretty good. Pounds? Oh, that's fine. It's fine, magic. I knew what you meant. Yeah. It's not about just getting rid of everything I own. making more space for my favorite things. At least that's the idea. We'll see how it works out. Since I sorted out my office, my top shelf is now dedicated to things like throne gifts and collectibles from games and art books and stuff like that. Once I sort it out a bit more, I might even be able to get some plants up there, or my Lego plants at least. Alright, so stuff like that. I'm not trying to become one of those, monks that only have 10 items in their entire house. I'm not that dedicated to it. Before I do anything else. Excuse my parents there. Just stretching my hands again. I apologize for my very loud doorbell. Next. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go with this. Wait a minute. There we go. Better colour. Better colour fit. Looks like getting back to nose. Yeah, it is a little sad because a lot of the models in this particular collection are like the very first models I started collecting Warhammer with. So there's kind of almost sentimental value to them. But at the same time, I started this hobby 6-7 years ago. So, in 6 or 7 years, a lot's changed. And that means, I've gotten better at painting, but also my tastes have changed. When I started in the hobby, I was full into building a big horde army and, having lots and lots and lots of models and all this sort of thing. Whereas now I'm more interested in creating one-off beautiful pieces. Almost completely unique models. So my priorities as a hobbyist have changed. But in order to do what I want to do now, I need to make room for it. And, yeah, it's just My flat is at capacity. And it's nice to make room for change. It feels good, you know. It's definitely more of a positive thing than a negative thing because it's letting more of the good stuff in. Yeah, and like I said, it's making room for techniques, it's making room for just new models that I'm more proud of. Yeah. And it means that, you know, whoever does end up with the older models, it means that they'll be progressing their hobby. In the same way that when I first started out, I was rescuing models off of eBay and using them to kind of learn more about painting. Yeah, I'm hoping that these models go to someone who really wants them. But first, I gotta sort them out. I gotta go through them all and be like, pick which ones I want to keep. So I keep some of them. I keep my very favorites, but I'd say the majority are going to be leaving the house over the next couple of weeks. That's cool. And yeah, like I said, it's mostly a good feeling. It's the feeling of a possession having come to the end of its time with you, but knowing that it's going on to someone else who's going to appreciate it. That's what I get when I get rid of models like this. Yeah, it's very much thanks for the memories, but I've got other things to be getting on with now. No. You know that's not what I meant, Magic. I just want to have more space to show off the things that you all have already spoiled me with. And like I said, I've been able to put all my throne gifts on a shelf now. Whereas before they were in a storage box. Which is really nice. It's nice to be able to sort of walk in and see them all there. It's a very big reminder of how lucky I am to have you all. Yeah, it's meant that I've been able to have space to finally have plants. It means I've got a better space to do my hobby work in as well. They're not so cluttered anymore. that's fine. The base is a work in progress. Please don't judge. I know it's horribly patchy right now, but these things take time. Another trust the process moment coming up. This is gonna look really weird. But again, this is all part of a colour scheme that I've adapted from another hobbyist. So, and their final product looked absolutely incredible. So I'm following what they're doing. This is what they said to do. It just looks really, really weird. Alright, no worries, Magic. Take it easy. Thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate your company as always. But take care of yourself. I hope you get plenty of rest, and we'll catch up soon. Catch up properly soon. Lots of weirdness, but this is fine. Take care of yourself, Magic. And yeah, like I said, I hope you have a good rest of your evening. So yeah, purple would not be my immediate choice for this. What I'm doing right here. To be fair, this entire color scheme kind of goes directly against what I initially thought I was going to do when I saw this. Because I initially thought super dark for the main baubles and like, you know, bright coppery highlights on the spikes and really cartoonishly pink innards and all that, like, you know, kind of a classic Nurgle thing that you see. And then I saw one that kind of went against that. And it just looked just so good. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta try this. So, yeah. Heavily inspired by someone who did not put a credit on their photograph. So I don't actually even know the name of the hobbyist who did this originally. But I'm liking how it's coming out so far. I think because I'm so used to seeing this in the classic, you know, khaki green and pinkish purple that most Nurgle things are painted in. It's nice to see it so different. Just had to check some stuff. Back to it. As predicted, I am changing some stuff on this just a little bit. No worries, no worries. Completely understand. Sometimes you gotta do other things. You do not have to apologize for having other things to do with your time, BC. We've just been continuing on More of the same. Um, God, my brain just went completely blank then. I was going to say something, but my head just went completely blank. Ooh, that was nearly a mistake. Ooh. I bet we started painting with completely the wrong colour then. Maximum chill vibes. So yeah, I think there'll be maybe 4 streams next week. There's going to be an extra stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet, but we'll see. Which, you know, I might end up posting up. I'm not sure. There's going to be the usual Tuesday stream during the day. There's going to be maybe a bonus hobby stream for this, where I'll basically attach the next step for what we're painting, or build the next step. It'll be a building stream, so that would be relatively short. Brand new game on Friday evening. At least new to me. The game itself's been out for a few years, but it's new to me. I'm super keen for it. It's meant to be really, really good. I'm hoping I can kind of make that a longer stream. So yeah, and then obviously more of this on Sunday. If you're wondering where stream number 4 is. Have you stretched or hydrated recently? Yes, I have. I have, BC. But if anyone in chat hasn't, definitely go do that now. Stretch your legs. Hydrate. Get a snack if you haven't had a snack. Snacks are great. You deserve it. Has anyone got any favorite snacks that they want to share? Chat. I go through phases of snacks. Like, I'll usually have one particular snack all the time for a few weeks, and then I'll change. Recently, it's been toast. Just toast with butter. Maybe not the healthiest snack in the world, but it's really just exactly what my body wants. Pringles original? Nice. Original's a pretty good flavor. I always have original salt and vinegar from having Pringles. Mainly whatever you can get your hands on. Yeah, I can relate to that. At the moment, 9 times out of 10, I'll be having toast. Because it's been really, really cold here the past week or so. I think because it's a very quick and simple warm snack. It's kind of what I've defaulted to. I'm trying to train myself into having things like fruit or yogurt or veggies and hummus or some, stuff like that. But can't force your body to have stuff that your body doesn't want. So it's a slow process at the moment. Learning healthy habits takes time. I think I'm going to change these silver bits, I think they're going to look better in this dark metal. Snowing on and off with rain. Oof. Yeah, we had snow last week. It's been very icy here. Fruit, what is that? I've been getting my 5 a day in. I read somewhere now they're talking about maybe upping that to 10 a day as a recommendation, which is silly when most people don't even get 5. But yeah, I've been working very hard on that. Making sure I get at least 5 portions of fruit and veg a day. One of my favorite kind of fruit snacks at the moment. A chopped apple. Then I get some Greek yogurt, mix it with cinnamon, a little bit of honey, or maple syrup. And it's like a sweet yogurt dip for apple. It's really good. It feels more like an unhealthy treat when I have that. But nutritionally speaking, it's actually not that bad. So it feels like cheating. Feels like cheating my healthy diet or my unhealthy food preferences. Whichever way around you want to look at it. I do like fruit though. Strawberries and oranges. I'm going to be growing my own berries soon. So when the weather gets a little bit warmer, I'm going to be planting out some strawberries and blueberries in the garden. Or on the balcony. It's not really a garden, to be honest here. Yeah, I'm going to be growing my own strawberries and blueberries. I'm going to attempt to grow my own melon too, but I don't think I will get anything from that because I don't think it's warm enough here. But an attempt will be made. Yeah, that definitely looks better. Looks less weird with the darker metal there, so I'm going to stick with that. The door's going to stay silver. You mean Games Minis Paint Tea and Music, right? Yes, that is my favourite day. I've been doing that whole thing of like trying to sneak bonus fruit and veg into foods that I normally eat because I don't eat enough healthy food. I don't have enough fruit and veg. So there's things like making curry sauces with hidden veggies in, or pasta sauces, hiding veggies in my smoothies, that kind of thing. But no, BC, you're absolutely right. 5 a day. Tea, music, minis, games, and painting. The 5 essentials of my happy days. And I'm not talking about this to shame anyone. Like, I'm not going to judge you if you don't have a healthy diet. This is just something that I need to do for myself, my own well-being, so that I can stay around a bit longer to annoy all of you, and hopefully be in better health when I do it. It's not intended to shame anyone. Not intended to be judgy or anything like that. Just sharing an aspect of my life and something that I'm currently working on. That might not be obvious from what you're saying. Yeah, not annoying. I don't know. I have my moments, just like anyone else, BC. I'm sure there are people out there that will disagree with you, but I intend to be around for as long as I can, and I needed to make some lifestyle changes if I wanted to do that. That's all. Five hours of doing CCRE 3 times a week. That's the goal, Indy. That is the goal. Honestly, in the future, I hope I can stream 5 times a week. But I need to be in a position where I can pay the bills with streaming to do that, I think. Or at least pay the bills in a way that doesn't require a 40-hour-a-week commitment from me outside of streaming. That makes any sense at all. Basically, if I could pay the bills of streaming, I'd stream full-time in a heartbeat. But until then, I am doing as much as I can, as often as I can. I'm loving this track though. That's cool. Naturally, it ends just as I say that. Same. That was a nice little track. I liked it. I'll post the mix that I'm listening to in Discord after stream. So if anyone wants to check it out in their own time, they can do. There's this whole mix, I guess. Is the right word for it. The whole mix is so good. I finally stumbled on a big mix of different tracks for streams that were just, yeah, they're not getting me copyright strikes. They are long enough that I can just leave them running for stream without worrying about repeats or you know, any of that sort of nonsense. And they're actually just nice to listen to. To the point where I'm listening to them off stream as well. Because the kind of music that I would really like to listen to, it's hard to find. And even harder to find copyright safe. You know, because DMCAs are a thing. So this is my second choice. Doesn't mean that the Skyrim stuff will never make a return, or that the game ambient tracks will never come back. But I do think these are going to be a mainstay for a while. Just very regular rotation music. Again, just color correcting basically. Changed my mind about how I was going to do some of these bits. too, so it looks less like super greasy silver and actually looks like the colour it's intended to be. When you're doing layers like this, you need to be really careful you're not just pushing around the colour that's already on there. Thought I knocked over another pot of paint then, but I missed. Just tidying up on the outside edge there, and actually a little bit on here too. Looking a little patchy on there. That is something that you risk when you're painting metallic over metallic. It is one of the easiest combinations to accidentally leave very patchy. Right here. Apparently we're doing layer 2 on this as well now. think, about finishing for the day. Again, trusting the process here, because this seems super bright. We're going in. Bearing in mind, these are little disease factories. The actual model in-game is effectively a disease factory. We gotta get our grim, dark, and gruesome in somewhere. And that's what these are the foundational layers for. Some really gruesome details. Yeah, this one I will be taking my time with. It's got a ton of layers, ton of details, and a lot of different pieces to it. So it's not going to look even remotely finished at the end of stream today. It's not going to be remotely finished. The risk with doing painting like this is actually more in finding a good stopping point. Because you don't want to stop mid-layer. That'll look weird. It'll dry differently. It'll give you a different finish. At the same time, you don't want to be stuck doing 8 hours worth of something because you couldn't find a good stopping point. But I do feel like that's a common hobbyist problem. That's why I say it. You see it with games too. Just one more. A few hours later. One more. One more day, one more round, one more win. One more layer. last couple of details. I promise. Mainly because I realised I forgot something when I was doing this bit. That is to check the base for the exact same bits. Okay. So this is kind of more of a almost a memory trigger on the skulls the next time. As well as, you know, just being the first layer on him. It gives me a nice easy place to start as well. Okay. I think I'm going to know where to pick up from next time. So, I think I am going to leave it there for today. Mainly because I'm very tired. And I need some food. So, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, next week's going to be charity week, so there's going to be all sorts of stuff going on. Please check Twitter tomorrow for details on what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, in the meantime,